there was less emphasis on ideology and culture, and Max Weber complements that. Max Weber fills in a gap in Marx. This view, in my opinion, and I'm not alone, what I'm saying is a viewpoint which is presented by, which has been presented, which is believed in, which is held by many, is that Max Weber was not complementing Marx, Max Weber was contradicting Marx. And this is the viewpoint that you will see some of the problems like class, the origin of dynamics of capitalism, including globalization, where the Weberian perspective identify with sociological or mainstream sociological perspective and Marxist perspective, they differ. And it is from that point of view I'm saying that sociology is ideology. So again and again, and ideology is not false, ideology is not non-truth, ideology is not a lie, ideology is half-truth, ideology is half. And if you want to understand the meaning of ideology, here is a riddle. I'm going to give you, just solve this riddle. In order to best understand the nature of ideology as half-truth, I'll tell you a story, and you have to tell me the answer. There is a question, and you have to tell me the answer. Oh, I'll pause for 1 second, and let me to our colleague, Sir Amber Gazo, but for her effort and commitment and dedication, this course will not take off. So, thank you, Amber, for everything that you did. She made us. I was least important to this course because I don't have the skills that is needed to make the new course. I didn't have the skills to connect these two societies. So I just cannot tell you how many hours of work and what amount of dedication Amber and her assistant and her predecessor Larry Lamb, these three persons made it possible that I'm coming here today, standing and talking to you. So again, thank you, Amber, for doing all this. Okay, come back to ideology. When I said that sociology is ideology, first thing is to understand the meaning of ideology. I'll tell you a story, you tell me the answer. There's a question at the end of the story, you tell me the answer, and that will be our understanding of ideology. The story comes from Greek mythology. Is that there was a beast who used to come and kill animals in a village, and the beast will get out of a cave. So the villagers will see the footsteps of the beast coming to the village. After killing the animal, the beast will disappear. There will be no footsteps. So how to complete this story? What happened to the beast after killing the animal, eating it up, or whatever he did to it, the beast will disappear. So what happened? Happened day, night, day after day, it was happening again and again. And so how will you complete this story? What happened to the beast after killing the animal, where the beast disappeared? And you know, those days there were no helicopters, there were no drones, nothing. So the beast was not deploying any of those, not flying and drones. So he was just watching and going somewhere. So where did the beast go? Every day he will get out of the same cave or some cave. See the footsteps of the beast coming to the village, but they will not know where the beast disappeared. So what happened to the beast? Guess, it's all guess. Sociology is guesswork. All sociology. So keep on guessing, you'll reach some answer. Yeah, guys, you are good at guessing.
he is his footsteps.
Yes, yes. Come on. Try. You that suppose I'm the best, I'm coming here to become, then anywhere. So that he died. So every day, why how did he become alive? He even died and they are born again. But it was not a Hindu beast. It was a Greek beast. He stayed in the village. They find him. He transformed himself. Yeah, that is very magical imagination. Have you read 100 Years of Solitude? Oh, read that. That is magical imagination. There is sitting in the courtyard one day and she just flies away. So that's it. So you are very imaginative. You'll be somewhat like that. Yeah. Okay, guys. You are good at guessing. Any guess what happened?
Sir, he erased his footsteps.
He erases his footsteps. You are pretty close. You are pretty close.
Is he one of them? Is he one of the villagers?
Oh no.
But even though he still gets on the forest, right?
Okay, any other guess? Okay, let me just complete it and move on. What he did, he just stepped back. He stepped back, just as he has come forward, he stepped back. And that's ideology. Ideology tells you half of the story, but if you fill in the other half, you get a very different story. But if you cannot fill in the other half, you will that's the case to say. So what ideology does, it gives you one part of the story, but in order to complete the story, you have to bring in your own perspective, and that's where, for instance, when the slogan of freedom, equality, and liberty, equality and fraternity, what Marx does there, he analyzes the meaning of freedom under capitalism. He analyzes the meaning of equality under capitalism, and his analysis brings in element that is missing in the dominant ideology represented by mainstream society. So that is the meaning of ideology. In that sense, I'm saying that mainstream sociology is ideology, just as Marxism is ideology, excepting that Marxism completes the missing part of dominant ideology represented by sociology. And again, sociology is not one. Sociology is very diverse. In sociology, you will find many views, and the line between Marxism and mainstream sociology is also blurred. There are points where mainstream sociologists are taking from Marxism, Marxism is taking from sociology, but the distinction between these two approaches, distinction between these two perspectives, presenting society and history from the point of view of the dominant class or the subordinate class, remains very, very important. You see the election fought by Narendra Modi in India, and the elections campaign going on in the United States of America, and you'll see what I'm saying. You hear the slogans, you hear the ideas, you hear the promises, and you can apply it through the lens of ideology, and you'll see there what I'm saying resonates there in these elections. So another thing I wanted to say is that sociological theory is not a classroom. If sociological theory cannot answer the questions that you are struggling every day, that sociological theory to garbage. That is not sociological theory. That is waste of time. Sociological theory, and that's the point which, if you remember, this is exactly the point which the Wright Mills starts with, that there is a sense of unease, that trapped. And where does this sense of unease come from? What is the source? Why this sense of unease? And sociological imagination was supposed to answer that question and provide a solution, provide a way out. But sociology breaks its promise. Right? Sociology. So again, let me just remind you before I go back to kick off sociology. Eric Wolf, C. Wright Mills, Hobsbawm, going back to Marx, one of the things that has been going on is that sociology was supposed to answer the questions, to provide of the problems created by the dissolution of freedom and emergence of capital. In other words, sociology was supposed to enable us to understand capitalism and its problems. And the problems of capitalism and its development is that capitalism is a process, capitalism is a system of development. Not just economic development, but social development, political development, and economic development. And it was supposed to work for all, but it promised equality, it promised freedom, it did not deliver either of the two. It did not deliver either. Capitalism creates affluence and poverty as two consequences, inevitable consequences, interconnected. How to understand that? Society did not understand that, and that is where Marx came. And not only that, but even the presentation of equality, lack of equality, the phenomenon of affluence and poverty, the way it is presented. What is political economy? What is political economy? You guys, what is political economy? Yeah. So why do we begin production process? In order to study society, why do we begin production process? That's the question. In order to study society, in order to understand society, in order to understand human beings and their social system, why do we begin with production system? Yeah, quick. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You were going to say something? Yeah. You're going to say same thing that I said. Okay, that is good. Okay. Political economy is a discipline devoted to an analysis of production process or not. Okay. Now, how comfortable you are if I say production process is basic because in order to survive, human beings must produce their. That's the most basic human activity. The first most human activity is that human beings must produce subsistence. And it is in the process of producing their subsistence that human beings create society. Society is not a creation of God. Actually, God is a creation of human beings. God is a creation of human beings. That's why Christians have God which is blue and blonde. But if you go to Africa, they don't have God. If you go to different parts of India, we have, of course, we had so many gods, so that's a different story. But all I'm saying is that if you see the relationship between God and human beings, the relationship is just the reverse. God does not create human beings, create their God, and God in their own. So society again is not a creation of any mystical force. Society is a creation of forces which it is possible to study, to understand, to introduce change. That is the beginning, that is the first essential, the beginning of sociology, a study of society. Now, in order to earn your subsistence, what do you need? In order to produce your subsistence, what do you need? You need tools, fine. What else you need? Which is again a problem of sociology actually, yeah. You need labor, fine. Sociology will accept that, but there is something missing. What else is there? Huh? Resources. Where do the resources come from?
Nature.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Natural resources. So here are two things. Okay. Just imagine in the beginning there were these two.
So this is an Excel, so I have to convert it into Word file. Somehow.
Okay. Human beings and nature confronting each other. That was the situation, starting point of humanity, nature and human beings. And nature in natural form is very unnatural. Nature in its natural form is very unnatural. Nature in its natural form is unnatural because nature doesn't give you anything. Nature doesn't give you anything. And that's why in social life, in society, in human life, there is nothing natural. There is nothing. So, what production is to begin with, production process is nothing but that is natural. That is production process. Modification of nature by human beings in order to draw from there what they need for life. So production is we start with to begin with is modification of by human beings. Now, this modification of nature by, because nature must be modified. If nature is not modified, because nature in its natural form is not going to give us anything. No, it's working. Okay, because nature in its natural form gives us nothing. There must be some intervention. Even if you see fruits are dropping, someone has to go and pick up the fruits in order to eat them or to make them edible. So nature does not give us anything until and unless we interfere with nature, we modify nature. And this modification of nature by human beings is the process of production. Now, what else is required? What else is the essential condition, or what are the main features of human beings modifying nature? Our modification of nature by human beings has two main features. It's called the process of production. It has two main features. And there are too many tools that we will talk about in coming whatever time is left. There are two main features.
कितना लंबा चलेगा? तो हम लोग 8 बजे क्या करें आज? सब लोग तो हैं 8 बजे।
One, use of tools. You'll see there was only man, woman is absent, so that is another problem. Why do human beings need tools? Are there any other animals who need tools or use tools? Are there any animals who use tools? No? No, it's a bit controversial. Some think that there are some primates and all that they do use tools, but anyway, there is a difference. They don't make tools with tools. So human beings use tools, human beings make tools. Why human tools? Have you seen a tiger using tools to get what he wants to eat or she wants to eat?
So we lost the connection. Okay.
You speak little closer.
But why do
That was a different reading. The one that I borrowed from was the reading that we have on our page. We both saw that.
they can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is this working? Is this working?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think we can.
I think they are not listening.
I hear you.
लाउड कहाँ से चले जाएगा?
अगर कोई बात करोगे तभी उनको सुनाई देगा।
बोलो।
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Now, we were saying, why do human beings need tools? They need tools because in terms of their physiology, in terms of what nature has given us as human beings, we are too weak to modify nature, to get from nature what we need for our survival. So in order to make up for our natural weaknesses, we do something social. We make tools. Use tools, we make tools, and we make tools with tools. So what is tool? What is tool? Okay.
What
Means of substance.
Fine. So I understand. That's the use of tool. What is tool? Tool is nothing but human labor. Tool is nothing but human labor. That's nature. So let me tell you why this is so important, because the starting point of activity is where things and nature. And what I want to warn you is that element of society
It's cracking.
all.
Sir, we can't hear. Sir, we
Oh,
can't hear you,
okay.
sir. Your voice is
Again?
cracking.
Yeah.
Yes, again
I
there is
think
some.
the microphone you just put it near in your tweet.
Well, I
You
do
just put
that,
it
then
inside.
you are saying that you are not hearing, so I don't know.
Now we can hear continuously. This is the moment you hold it in your hand, constantly
Okay,
shifting that. Now we can hear.
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Good man.
okay, listen here. What I'm going to tell you is that human beings and nature confronting each other, human beings being modified nature the basis of their natural or what you call body. Our body is not like cats, cows, dogs. Our body is not equipped with everything modified nature in order to earn our subsistence. And modification of earn our most basic, most primary human activity. And it is in this process I'm going to tell you that society is born. So one, when they want to make food, the feature of human production